Hello, affluents, and welcome back. Did you know that only 8% of the world's currency is physical? That is surprising, right? There is nearly $83 trillion in the total global money supply, and 92% of that money is digital or electronic. But why is this the case? How did we transition from a world where wealth was measured in gold and silver to one where numbers on a screen hold so much power? This change has been happening over the past few decades. Technological advancements and changes in consumer behavior have revolutionized how we think about and use money. This shift from physical to digital reflects how interconnected and technology-driven our global economy has become. So, how did we get here, and what does this mean for the future of money? Let's find out. You won't want to miss the insights we have lined up for you. One, the evolution of money. The history of money traces back to the ancient bartering system. Originally, people exchanged goods and services directly, a practice known as barter. However, this method had its limitations. How would you know how many chickens were worth a cow or how many bushels of grain would buy a pot? It was clear that a better system was needed. So, the wise people introduced coins made of precious metals around 600 BC. These coins were valuable, durable, and importantly divisible, making trade easier and more flexible. As societies became more complex, paper currency appeared in China around the 7th century. This evolution from tangible coins to paper notes represents a shift towards representing value rather than physically holding it. Today, digital transactions are further accelerated by smartphones and mobile payment technologies, which allow money to be sent around the world with just a few taps on the screen. Services like PayPal, Venmo, and various cryptocurrencies are redefining what money looks like and how it can be used. 2. Convenience and cost. Let's cut to the chase and talk about why digital money is taking over the world. Because no one wants to lug around a heavy wallet if it is unnecessary. The truth is that digital transactions are fast. They are much cheaper and more convenient for everyone involved. And when I say everyone, I mean everything from large businesses to your local coffee shop. First of all, consider the hassle and cost of dealing with cash. Every time a business accepts a cash payment, they sign up for the whole circus of counting, storing and collecting that money. Did you know that businesses can pay from a few cents to a few dollars per transaction with cash only? Yes, the small fees and time spent managing physical money add up. Now, flip the scene to digital. Click, and boom, you're paid. No hassle for change, no fake bills, just a quick scan or tap. From a business perspective, digital means no more armored trucks paying extra staff to move cash or count the day's expenses. We are talking about huge savings on security and operations. Sure, there are bumps in the road, privacy concerns and technical glitches. But the momentum towards digital is unstoppable. It is driven by sheer convenience and global embrace of technology that makes life easier. Stick around, because next, we're looking at how online shopping has supercharged this digital money revolution. 3. The rise of e-commerce. E-commerce has completely turbocharged the push towards digital currency. Think about it, when was the last time you paid for your online purchase with cash? Of course, you didn't. Online shopping has changed how we shop and what it means to shop on the go. Now, with just a few clicks or taps, you can buy almost anything from the comfort of your couch, books, groceries, clothes, even cars and houses. And all these transactions are happening digitally because you can't just plug dollar bills into your computer's USB port, right? The real kicker here is the scale of growth in e-commerce. Over the past decade, global e-commerce sales have skyrocketed, reaching trillions of dollars. In 2023, global e-commerce sales were estimated to exceed $5.8 trillion. That's a lot of digital transactions. And each of them relies on digital payments to make the magic happen. 4. Banking innovations. Let's talk about how our good old banks are keeping up with all these fast-moving digital trends. You might think of banks as sturdy and slow-moving, but they have been at the forefront of some of the best innovations in financial technology. For example, bank cards have evolved from a simple magnetic stripe to a chip card, and now to contactless payments. These cards let you make purchases with just one tap, no swiping, no PIN, just a quick beep, and you're done. Remember the days of standing in long lines just to deposit a check? Those days are over. With online banking, you can transfer money, pay your bills, and even apply for a loan without ever visiting the bank building. It's all at your fingertips, 24/7, which means managing your money is now easier and faster than ever. Let's now talk about how governments around the world are leveraging digital payments to increase transparency and fight corruption. So, don't go anywhere. 5. Government policies. When it comes to money, government policies are crucial. Governments around the world are turning to the digital payments bandwagon. Because digital money increases transparency and fights the old enemy of economies everywhere, corruption. For example, in 2016, the Indian government took a bold step to demonetize high-value currency notes almost overnight. It was like a shock for everyone. However, it was a strategic strike against black money and corruption. The chaos it caused was real, but it forced a significant portion of the population to adopt digital payments almost immediately. Or, if we talk about Sweden, it could become the world's first cashless society within a few years. According to Riksbanken, Sweden's central bank, only 9% of purchases in 2020 were done with cash. The Swedish government has supported various initiatives to promote digital transactions. From microchips in hands and apps for swiping for train tickets to buying your morning coffee and parking. What causes these changes? Well, when money moves digitally, it leaves a trail. This transparency ensures that taxes are paid and the books are balanced. It's a way for governments to keep a tight rein on the economy and ensure everyone follows the rules. These policies also open up financial services to people who were previously excluded. By promoting mobile money solutions, governments can provide access to banking services even in remote or underserved areas. This not only promotes financial inclusion but also supports economic development at large. But, as with anything, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. These changes come with challenges, privacy concerns, the digital divide, and cybersecurity threats. Governments must balance innovation with safeguards to protect their citizens and money. Did you know that the COVID-19 pandemic significantly influenced payment behaviors globally, particularly in developing and middle-income countries, where over 40% of individuals use digital payment methods like cards, phones, or the internet for in-store or online purchases for the first time during the pandemic? Let's talk about how and why the pandemic boosted digital transactions. 6. The impact of COVID-19. The recent global event supercharged the shift towards digital payments like nothing else, the COVID-19 pandemic. When the virus hit, it changed how we handle money. The thought of touching cash that had changed hands so many times suddenly became less appealing. People and businesses everywhere started looking for ways to reduce contact, and digital payments offered the perfect solution. During the peak of the pandemic, the use of contactless payments increased. According to reports, contactless transactions have increased by more than 40% worldwide. In some places, retailers stopped accepting cash altogether, preferring taps over cash to keep both customers and staff safe. The pandemic has undoubtedly accelerated a trend that was already on the rise, pushing us closer to a future where digital payments may become the norm. This is a clear example of how quickly global events can influence our payment behavior, pushing technology and innovation to the forefront of everyday life. Where is it all going? What does a cashless society look like? Are we ready for it? Let's explore these questions and more. 7. The future of currency. What does the future hold for money? Well, if the trends we've seen are any indication, the days of cash as king may be over. With rapid technological advances and significant changes in consumer behavior, we're on the verge of entering a new era where digital currency becomes the norm. But it's not just about what we use to pay, it's about how we perceive value. Central banks worldwide are experimenting with digital currencies or central bank digital currencies. These are unlike cryptocurrencies, which are decentralized and operate independently of a governing body. CBDCs, on the other hand, are digital forms of fiat currencies, such as the dollar or euro. Governments regulate them but exist entirely in the digital space. For example, China is already piloting the digital yuan, which could redefine the global economic landscape when implemented nationwide. But what about a future where money is programmable? Where can a digital dollar have specific rules about how it can be spent or where it can automatically move between accounts based on predefined criteria? The implications for budgets, taxes, and even government aid programs are enormous. Let's leave it for another video. Thank you for watching, Affluence. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to Affluent Empire for more content. Don't forget to press the bell icon so you don't miss our latest videos. Now, we would love to hear from you what your opinion is towards digital payments. Are you all set to go cashless, or do you still have a soft spot for hard cash? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.